The movie begins with thunder rolling through the heavens as an angry, godlike voice demands obedience. A furious, supreme being stands before terrified figures, ordering them to kneel and return a stolen treasure, a sacred map that controls time itself. Among the chaos stands a small boy named Kevin, wearing gold-rimmed glasses, calm but curious. We're told Kevin has an IQ of 210, a mind sharp enough to understand what even gods fear. Somehow, this ordinary child dared to steal from the Supreme Being, trick forces far darker, and set events in motion that would threaten the balance of all existence. Kevin is obsessed with history. While other kids play outside, he buries himself in books, studying ancient civilizations and legendary events. His bedroom is packed with models of relics from across the world, each one a fragment of humanity's past. On his birthday, instead of a party, he asks to visit Stonehenge, thrilling him but boring everyone else. His parents don't really understand him, and although they care, they often dismiss his passions as childish fantasies. Kevin feels lonely, but his love for history gives his world meaning. One quiet night, everything changes. Kevin opens his wardrobe and freezes. Inside isn't clothing, but a glowing doorway into another world. Before he can process it, soldiers burst through the strange land, chasing a Viking pirate straight toward him. Kevin panics and jumps back through the wardrobe, slamming it shut, only to realize the pirate followed him into his bedroom. Terrified, Kevin runs to his parents, but they barely look up from the TV. They brush it off as another one of his stories, leaving him alone with a real intruder from another time. Kevin returns to his room and tries to communicate with the Viking, but the language barrier stops them. Just then, 5 strange figures suddenly emerge from the wardrobe. They wear odd clothes, carry themselves like professionals, and immediately pull out a glowing map. Kevin overhears their argument and realizes they're not ordinary thieves. They stole the Supreme Being's time map, a guide to every portal across history. Before Kevin can ask more, a massive explosion shakes the room, and the Supreme Being himself appears, demanding the map back. Despite their fear, the group's leader, Penelope, refuses to surrender. One of the thieves shoves open a hidden exit marked on the map, and without hesitation, they leap through. Kevin pauses only a moment before following them. As he falls through swirling time, dizzy and terrified, his ordinary life shatters forever. When he lands, he finds himself aboard a massive ship sailing through history itself. The thieves scramble to identify where they are, but Kevin already knows. They've landed in Macau, 1810, in the middle of a legendary naval battle led by the infamous pirate queen, Madame Chung. Kevin excitedly explains the history, but before anyone can react, soldiers attack. Kevin is struck by an arrow and feels no pain. Convinced this must be a dream, he keeps running. The group hides among treasure-filled chambers until Madame Chung herself confronts them. Using a magical translator hat, Kevin suddenly understands everything. He warns Madame Chung of her impending defeat and suggests a risky escape route through shallow waters. Against her instincts, she listens, and it works. The British Navy is outmaneuvered. Madame Chung praises Kevin's brilliance, offering him a place by her side, but Kevin knows history must unfold as written. The thieves locate another portal and leap away just in time. They land near Stonehenge while it's still being built. Kevin is overwhelmed, desperate to learn its purpose, only to be crushed when he discovers it was little more than entertainment for ancient builders. That night, around a fire, the thieves reveal the truth. They were once employees of the Supreme Being, overworked and discarded, until they stole the map and ran. Their plan is simple: steal treasures across time and disappear forever. Kevin objects, furious at the idea of stealing history itself. Angered by his criticism, the thieves decide to take Kevin home the next day. But elsewhere, the Devil King learns of the stolen map and sends his deadly huntress, Fiona, to retrieve it. The next portal opens, and instead of Kevin's bedroom, they arrive in ancient Greece, staring straight at the Trojan horse. The thieves see opportunity. Kevin sees danger. Kevin warns them that soldiers are hidden inside the horse, and his knowledge ruins the heist. Chaos erupts when history nearly derails, but fate violently corrects itself. The horse is dragged into Troy as written. Still shaken, Penelope lashes out at Kevin, warning him that even small changes can reshape time. Kevin shrugs it off, convinced none of this is real. That belief is about to cost him everything. The group splits up, and Kevin meets Cassandra, the cursed prophetess of Troy. She sees his future clearly and tells him he must stay with the thieves, because together they'll save the world. Before Kevin can understand what she means, the thieves return, ready to take him home, unaware that danger has already followed them. They arrive at Kevin's house to find it destroyed, and his parents gone. Time was right, but the year was wrong. Realizing their mistake, the thieves refuse to abandon Kevin and jump again. Deep in frozen wilderness, strange forces awaken, and Kevin chooses to continue traveling, promising not to slow them down. His adventure is no longer a dream. It's his life now. They enter the Mayan era, where Kevin warns of human sacrifice. Instead, they're welcomed warmly. Just as the thieves try to steal, Kevin realizes the truth. The sacrifices were a lie spread by enemies. They escape unharmed, but the lesson is clear. History isn't as simple as books claim. Soon after, Kevin finally returns home, ready to say goodbye. That goodbye is ripped away when Fiona attacks, incinerating Kevin's parents in seconds. Horrified, Kevin dives back into time with the thieves, determined to save them. The Supreme Being, now desperate, reveals a secret project that could unravel existence itself, while unseen forces plot rebellion. The group races through prehistoric jungles, medieval Europe, and plague-ridden villages. Mistaken for witches, they're nearly burned alive until Kevin saves them with his intelligence. Dragons, demons, and chaos follow wherever they go. Every jump leaves scars on time itself, and enemies grow closer. In 1929 New York, they taste wealth and crime, surviving gang wars by narrow margins. Soon after, a terrified former servant of the Supreme Being warns them never to return the map. The chase intensifies. Fiona closes in. Gates collapse. Judy is lost to a dark void, leaving the group shaken and fractured. Crossing the desert, Kevin meets Mansa Musa, the richest man in history, who treats him like a son. But history begins changing. Numbers shift, events rewrite themselves. Kevin finally understands. They are altering time for real, and there may be no way back. Lost in an ice age, Kevin reunites with his sister Saffron, who survived alone for 3 years among Neanderthals. Together, they vow to save their parents. When Kevin realizes history has changed, hope finally ignites. His parents survived, but were captured instead. The Devil King offers a cruel deal, the map for Kevin's parents. Refusing to surrender, the group searches for the mythical fortress where the demon rules. But part of the map is missing, forcing them back to Troy to seek Cassandra once more. They learn the only way forward is to return to the moment the map was whole. As time folds in on itself, future and past collide. Multiple versions of enemies appear. Sacrifices are made. Kevin pushes forward, knowing there's no turning back now. History bends violently as Kevin confronts the consequences of every choice he's made. Friends are lost, time fractures, and reality trembles. Yet through the chaos, Kevin refuses to give up. The boy who once hid behind books now stands at the center of existence itself. With every enemy closing in and the fate of his family hanging by a thread, Kevin prepares for the final confrontation. Gods, demons, and thieves all race toward the same moment, where one decision will determine whether time survives or collapses forever. And as the last gate opens, Kevin steps forward without hesitation. No longer a child chasing history, but the one writing it as the battle for time itself reaches its breaking point. If you enjoyed this epic journey through time, make sure to like the video, subscribe to great animation recaps, turn on the notification bell so you never miss another mind-blowing adventure, and tell me in the comments which era shocked you the most. Watch our next recap to continue exploring the greatest stories ever told.